In March 22nd, 2025, history was written, as Steam Loader reached its highest playing count in its history. Why? Well, to put it in a single word, hype. A couple of days prior, I announced the release of TPack Builder, our tool to make custom mod packs. But that's nothing compared to what happened on March 21st, with two of the biggest mods of this year being shadow dropped on the same exact day. Spirit Reforged and Calamity Fables. So with so many new content for players to explore in both of these mods, it wasn't very surprising to see the number of players skyrocket this way. And if there is one thing to remember about what happened during this time, it's that the community was hyped. Something that we didn't really feel in a while, because in most cases, when an interesting Terraria mod or project comes out, it often flies under the radar and never really gets attention by the broader Terraria community, which can greatly discourage developers that would otherwise be able to create great projects. And fortunately, I think I have an idea that could fix this issue and achieve even more by periodically bringing the whole modded community together to see the progress of the modded space. Introducing Terraria Direct. To give a bit of context, I'm sure that all of you guys have already watched at least one Nintendo Direct before. Every couple of months, Nintendo does a live stream where they show a ton of trailers for their upcoming games and projects. Nintendo Directs are always the moment where everyone in the community gets hyped. There's a ton of speculation and memes about what games could be talked about before the event, and a ton of discussions about the games that have been revealed after the event. And well, it's about time we create something like this for the modded Terraria community. While Nintendo announces games during their events, our Terraria Direct would be the perfect opportunity to announce upcoming mods or mod updates, but also for content creators to present their projects to the rest of the community. So this video will kind of serve as the introduction for you guys to this event. We'll talk about how the event will take place, what we will need to do to make the project actually work, and how future directs could happen. This video also serves as a message for mod developers and content creators to join this project to promote their work during the event. And we'll talk more about how to apply as a mod developer or content creator to have your project included later in the video. So first, what will the event actually look like? Well, we can take a look at what Nintendo does and take inspiration from here. Nintendo makes the event approximately every 4 to 5 months, and that would be a pretty good time frame for our event as well, as you obviously need some time for mod developers to get their projects ready to be talked about. The event would be hosted using YouTube's premiere feature. It will be a video edited and planned in advance, but would be played live on YouTube. The composition of a Nintendo Direct often goes like this. You open up the presentation immediately with a big trailer for an anticipated franchise with cinematic shots and catchy music. Then, once the trailer is over, the presenter talks in more detail about the games that have been announced. We could adapt this for our event by starting our presentation with a trailer and announcement for a big anticipated content mod. Then we get into the first set of headlines, which are smaller announcements made in succession, which could be for smaller content mods made by smaller developers as a way to get their mods recognized by the broader community, or to showcase a cool quality of life mod or gadget mod that deserves to be talked about. After a couple of headlines, we go to another medium-sized commentated announcement. The next section of our direct will be a bit different than the rest. This section will resemble the headlines one, but instead of presenting upcoming mods, we would present projects from the community. It could be a big upcoming video from content creators, upcoming multiplayer projects, mod packs made by the community, and really anything that is related to the general Terraria community. And now we get into the final announcement of the event. And as you know, the best and most hype announcements are always made at the very end of the event. So this announcement will be reserved to the most anticipated and hyped content mods that we can possibly have. And after that, the event will be over. So we would possibly be looking at an event that would last for around 20 to 30 minutes, depending on the announcement that we have ready. With this reminder out of the way, let's get into what we'll need to do to make this event actually work. First and most important of all, exclusivity and surprise. Why do you think that people reacted like this?
And there has been yes news to report!
When we got news about Silksong during the Nintendo Switch 2 Direct, it was because nobody expected it, and the element of surprise is what made the Hollow Knight community go completely crazy. Now imagine if before the Nintendo Direct, they told us that it would be news about Silksong. It would still make some noise for sure, but it would definitely not have the same level of hype. So for our Direct, we would need to keep the surprise as much as possible to ensure that everyone hears about the announcement at the same time. Now into exclusivity. In the best case scenario, all of the trailers for mods included in the event would be brand new and for content that has not been revealed to the public yet. Because if we only revealed updates and trailers that were already shown, anyone who's seen those trailers will not be hyped at all. Instead, if we have an event full of exclusive trailers and bits of upcoming gameplay, any and every type of modded players in the community will still have this very important element of surprise. Now into something that will be pretty important to make sure that the event will actually be a reflection of the community. Unbiased mod choice. You see, the way that we'll choose mods to include in the event will most likely be through an application process. But if I am the only one to choose the mods that get featured, the event suddenly becomes a reflection of the mods that I like and the mods that I have chosen. To avoid this and to make sure that the final mod choice is as fair as possible, I will be working with multiple other people to choose the best and most deserving mods from the different applications we'll have. I can already say that I'll be working with the content creator Mura on this project. He will help me on several steps and tasks for the direct, like choosing the mods, supervising the event with me, and actually being a presenter during the direct. But I plan to bring multiple other content creators from the modded community to make appearances and help me to plan everything. Plus, with the support from you guys on the Patreon, we'll be able to allow a small budget for the event to make it more professional. We could hire editors or people to make the different animations we will need. We could commission music and sound effect artists to make the presentation more lively and actually give it a proper art direction. Now let's imagine that the first Terraria Direct we've done is over. What happens next? Well, as said earlier, it will now be time to wait a couple of months so that the mod developers have the time to work on future updates for their mods or brand new mods. After a few months, the application process will be reopened, and after the mods and projects are chosen, we'll start working again on the next direct and the cycle continues. Talking about application process, let's begin discussing how to get your work featured on the event. If you are a mod developer and either have an upcoming update for your already released mod, which you think is significant enough that you feel it deserves a spot during the direct and isn't revealed or known by the public, have a mod which is yet to be released and think it would be a good fit for the direct, feel free to either contact me on Discord if I already know you, or to fill the application process using the link down in the description. There will be a couple of questions regarding your mod, like if you plan to release the mod or the update at the same time as the direct airs, or only wish to give an approximate time of release, and you will then hear back from me later if we are interested in showing your work during the event. Now, if you are a Terraria content creator and have an upcoming project that you would like to showcase, it could be a big video that you're planning to do, or as I said earlier, any projects related to the community in general, you can apply in the separate form down in the description, where you will be able to precise the nature of your project you want to show, if it could be ready by the time the direct airs, and other questions like this. Same as the mod application process, you will hear from me later if you are interested in showing your project during the event. Well, it is all I have to say about the Terraria Direct for now. Now that you are more familiar with this idea, it is time to wait for the applications to drop so we can hopefully see the first edition of the event in the upcoming months. As always, I want to thank all of the Patreon members contributing for the channel and projects that we have going on. And remember, if you want to support the channel, the Bare Soul MODPACK or this new Terraria Direct event, the best way is to join the Patreon. By joining, you will get exclusive updates and sneak peeks on projects that we are working on, and will also join the list of members credited at the end of videos, but also at the credits at the end of the Terraria Direct, and also somewhere in the Bare Souls MODPACK. By the way, if you want more news about projects that we are working on, you can also join my Discord in the description below. I want to thank again everyone having interest on projects that we're making, and I hope that with the platform that I've created, we'll be able to create a lot of different other projects that the community has been asking for a while. But that would be for another video. Until then, I hope you have a great rest of your day, and I will see you next time.